Welcome BYS members to this little overview on the ORC website. The ORC website address is orc.org. So today we'll just give you a brief rundown on the homepage before we log into Sailor Services. And probably the relevant things you would like to look at would be the rules section. Click on that and there's a lot of information there about the rules, which you can go through. Likewise, measurement again, there's the overview, but most importantly, you can scan through all these items, particularly sales is one you would want to look at, just to see how things are measured and how you would have to fill in your forms. Next, rating. I highly recommend have a look at this item, ORC rating systems. Explains the science and the history and the independence behind the rating system itself. Very important, have a look at the velocity prediction program. This is what the rating system is all about and how it uses this to calculate your ratings. No need to look at the club certificate, we'll be looking at later on. And the club measures will be helping you and assisting you for your ORC club application, so no need to really look there. Right, next we'll go to the Sailor Services Guide. So now move to your screen to the right-hand top side. I've just enlarged this just to make the viewing easier, but highly recommend again, click on Sailor Services Quick Guide. It's a PDF file that tells you how to use Sailor Services, the features of it. Strongly recommend a read of this. Next, you can only access Sailor Services if you register. And if you click on the here where I've highlighted in orange, you can register, and from there on you'll be able to log in with email, password, or Facebook if you like. And just at the top here, this is the email section. You can see the blinking screen. Fill in your email, fill in your password, and of course, log in. Okay, so we've logged in. If you've had your certificate issued, this is where you need to go to search for it for your certificate. So we click on search for certificates. Highly recommend you just click on country, Australia, put in the name of your boat. And today we'll be looking for Matador. And just move down to the search button, click on that. And here we go. At this stage here, we'll just have a quick look. This is where you can get a copy of your certificate. We'll click on that, just quickly go through that. So this is what your certificate will look like, just with all your sail measurements on it. All the data that you've submitted is included in the area here. You'll see two ratings. First is coastal long distance, which at BYS we'll be using for around the Cairns races and Spry. And the other rating is windward leeward, which we'll be using for our aggregates. The figure we'll be using is time on time. So coastal long distance, it'll be 0.9706, windward leeward 0.9666. Moving further down the page, this is the beauty of the whole program itself. This is velocity prediction, and the program, this is what it generates. You'll have beat VMGs upwind, run VMGs downwind, and you can see for yourself the boat speeds that it forecasts you can do in your boat if you sail to your optimum with the sail plan that you've submitted at various angles of wind. And you can see the selection and the variety of speeds that you should be able to achieve. Okay, we'll just escape from here, back to the certificate. You'll notice here, there's a thing called target speeds. This will be issued to you free of charge. BYS has negotiated this with ORCclub. And when you do receive your scratch sheet, when you receive your ORCclub certificate, this should be emailed to you. There is another section where you can apply for a speed guide. This is even better than target speeds. It gives you a set of polar charts, which are diagrammatic And once you look at it, you'll quickly see how you can predict boat speed in various types of wind, both apparent and true wind angles, and it will determine what speed you can achieve. And this is all calculated because they have your 3D hull profile. Now, if I'm Matador and I want to add the boat to my boats, which is over here on the left-hand side, and I want to add it to scratch sheet on this side, all I need to do is make sure that the scratch sheet area is at the moment unticked. I'll tick it, so that'll add it to my scratch sheet. And if I want to add my boat to my boats, I click on this, and once I click on that, it'll enter into my boats. So I'll click on my boats, and you'll see my boat section has come up. I'm just hovering over the various boats. You'll see that I've added multiple boats. Apart from adding the boat you'd like, if it's your own boat, you can add other boats from the club if you wish, or even other boats that are similar to you, so you can look at comparative ratings. The important part of this section here is to be able to go and generate the features of the test certificate. So by clicking on here, and it will go into edit data and measurements. And you'll see there's general information. If I click on rig, these are the measurements for the rig. Click on sales, these are the measurements for the sales. You can do whatever you want to your boat in theory by changing these measurements. So if a sail maker has a proposal for you to add a new sail to your range of sails, you can test them out here and see how it affects your rating and how it affects your overall speeds. In this case, this boat only has an asymmetric spinnaker, but as you can see, if you're able to, you can even add a symmetric spinnaker. You can run both or one or the other. So once you've made the changes that you would like, save the changes in this area here. And that will exit you. And then to get a ORC Club test certificate, this is the area that you would apply for it. Request a test ORC Club certificate. It'll cost you 10 credits. In euros, I think it's about $25 Australian. The other parts of this section here is where you can get a drawing of the sail plan if you want to submit it to your sail maker, if he wants to design something for you, if I want to create a copy of the certificate, or if I don't want this boat in my boat section anymore, happy to delete it. And this is, you delete it at the bottom. We'll go to scratch sheets. In scratch sheets, again, if you just click on the club certificate, as long as the certificates are valid, you can actually look at other boats' club certificates from here as well. But what we want this for is that we can have a look at other boats that you've got in your My Boat section or your scratch sheet section and compare your performance over time on time for windward leeward or time on time for coastal. And for example, we'll select time on time windward leeward. I'll create a scratch sheet. Click on a boat to see how it'll perform against the other boats. And as you can see, the Menace has to give time to Matador and Jezebel, but the Chicken has to give time to the Menace. Those top figures you see are in seconds. And there's a range of different times across the top. If you're looking at an hour race or a 2-hour race, at least you get some idea of where you should be in the field. So that's pretty much it. The last thing, if you do want to get rid of a boat in your scratch boats, there's a little tin can here. Just click on that and that will remove that boat from the scratch sheet. Okay, The last thing, you can buy credits to do these test certificates or obtain speed guides. This is the area over on the left-hand side. That'll take your credit card number, buy your credits, and then away you go. So have fun, look around the website, have a play. It's quite interesting, and hope you enjoy our new ORC Club rating. See you on the water.